Welcome to the video about Algebra 2A with Mrs. Pomeroy. My preps are 1st and 7th period. First period is from 8:30 to 9:15, and roughly my prep is 7th period from 2 to 2:45. I am teaching two different types of Algebra 2A this year. I'm teaching 2A blended and non-blended. My blended courses are 2nd and 8th period. Non-blended is 5th period. A little bit about me. My name is Elizabeth Pomeroy. I've been teaching since October 2010. This is the start of my 5th year here at Linn-Mar. I'm originally from Gillette, Wyoming. I moved to Iowa, Cedar Rapids to be exact, on July 5th of 2009, so I've been here for 10 years now. My family is my husband, Jesse, my daughter, Lane, who will turn 4 in September, my son, Eddie, who just turned 1 in June, and I have 2 dogs. Unfortunately, we had to put one down in June, which was Jax, the white pup, but Samus has been soaking up the love since his brother's gone, so we have that. Contact information, the easiest way to contact me is through my email on the screen. The next way you can reach me is through my phone. My phone number is 892-4886. If you can try to call me during my preps of 1st period and 7th period, that would be easiest. If you leave me a voicemail, I get it through email, and then I can let you know back through email if I don't reach you. My students may also reach me through PowerSchool Unified or PowerSchool Learning. Early session from 8 to 8:25, and after school from 3:30 to 4:15 in my room. Materials needed. I do know packets in my class, and I do provide those for students electronically and physically. A way to protect them and keep them organized would be a 3-ring binder, which is strongly suggested, with loose leaf paper for homework and graph paper for we do graphing. I do provide graph paper, and if you do not want to buy it. A pen and pencil is strongly suggested. All tests and quizzes must be done in pencil. Pens, if you want to use colored pens and everything else, that is totally okay. Algebra 2, you need to have a graphing calculator. We suggest the TI-84 Plus with the color screen, which you'll see on the left. But if you have the TI-83 Plus or 83, which is on the right side, that works just as well. We would like to have no Inspires or 89s. Grading. Your scores come from tests, quizzes, homework, and your semester exam. The percentage for each semester is up on the screen, of tests being 40%, quizzes 30%, homework and semester exams being 15%. The grading scale of how we grade is also on the screen. There are 8-unit tests, 4 per chapter. Quizzes, there are usually 2 per chapter. Sometimes there's more, or sometimes there's a little less depending on how many sections we cover. Usually it's right around 2 per chapter. Homework is per section or lesson taught. I will let the students know. Semester tests are taken at the end of each semester, and it's a cumulative exam. Homework policy. Homework will be assigned at each lesson. This will be done in different ways. We'll do book assignments, we'll do online assignments with the laptops, we will do worksheets. It will need to be completed on a separate piece of paper if it is not provided, with a writing utensil, and turned in the next day. It will be checked by students with a pen or different color writing utensil than what they use to complete it. Each assignment's worth 1 point. If the students need more time to complete an assignment, they do have that choice. All the homework needs to be checked no later than each assessment, each quiz or test that it is the next assessment. So for example, if section 1.1 is assigned on Monday, it would be due on Tuesday. If the students need more time to complete the material, I would accept it no later than the first quiz that would take place on Wednesday, 9/4. And that is just an example. Makeup work. Class is unavoidable at times. We all get sick. We all have situations. The only thing is if you have an anticipated absence or activity that you're expected to be gone, you are supposed to make up your work beforehand. If you come in and organize your time and your process of how you would like to complete your makeup work, then I'm willing to work with you, but we need to get them done in a timely manner. Quiz and test policy. Quizzes, there are a few quizzes for each chapter, and they'll be announced ahead of time. Students usually receive a calendar from me. Tests, they'll be given for each chapter, and they're announced ahead of time. Usually tests are given over 2 days, starting with chapter 4, which means they will do half the test one day and half of the test the next day. Students may come in to start the test, not the quiz, before school unless there is extended time. They need to complete the test in one sitting. If you miss class the day before a test or quiz, you are required to take the test unless you make accommodations or talk to me with prior arrangements. You will have access to answers and everything on PowerSchool Learning /Unified, so you will be responsible for checking your work. It's your responsibility to schedule a time that you'll make up a test or quiz. There are no test or quiz retakes. Your score is your score, so make sure that you're prepared and know your material. So now we have the blended versus non-blended Algebra 2A. Blended is when students have the ability to earn release time from class upwards of 2 days per week. The classwork and the homework is the same as a traditional classroom of the non-blended Algebra 2A. They just get to earn the right to not be in class if they meet criteria. The criteria is strongly that the grade must be 73% or higher in the class. This may change due to if homework is missing. So if a student has an A, but they do not choose to turn in their homework for a quiz, I do have the right to keep them in class. Their performance on check. So if I do a progress check on a 2-day lesson and say if the second day is a release day, but you're not up to your work for that release day, then you will be in class. Performance on quizzes or tests. Juniors and seniors may leave or not report to campus on blended days. Freshmen and sophomores must stay on campus, but they do not have to report to me. Instruction may be done in various forms. With us being one-to-one, this opens us up to a lot more ways of instructing to my students. There may be video lessons that they watch before they come into class or at the beginning of class, and then we talk about them. They may watch a video lesson because students can take down notes and watch a lesson at their own speed, and I would walk around and filter and foster any questions that come up. And this can be done on blended or non-blended days. Now, the difference for non-blended students will receive instruction and stay in class all days of the week. They do not get to earn release time. However, our schedule allows them to have work days in class, but they do not leave. Instruction will also be done in various forms. In my non-blended class, I may utilize the laptops. We are one-to-one, so I do have that right. But it's not that they will only learn from just their computers. They will learn from me as well. And I will be there at all times in the class, and they will have the ability to ask questions and have their fellow classmates in the class as well. Mobile electronic devices, including cell phones, they're not to be used in the lesson unless I ask them to be. Phones are collected at the beginning of class. Certain students and parents may have issues with this. The reason for this is students are on their phones at times when they should not be, and they should be paying attention to the lesson that includes music and everything else when I am talking. It is to be collected at the beginning of class. If you have any qualms about this or any issues, please feel free to contact me. So, due dates. Am I serious? I'm quite serious about the due dates. Homeworks are due at quizzes or tests. They do account for 15% of your grade. It can make or break an A to a B, for example. Bring your book. Your book is allowed to be used in multiple ways. You will get a physical copy of a book unless you choose just to do digital. You may use the digital copy on your computer, laptop that was provided by the school, or you may also use it on your phone. There is an app, and I'll talk about that the first day of school, but you got to be ready to learn the first day. Always be nice and respectful to everyone. That includes everyone in the classroom. You need to be courteous and kind, and remember to be that person that you want to have treating you. Take control of your learning. You will honestly succeed. You are in control of your learning. I can help you build the building blocks, but unless you're ready to learn and make an effort, I can't do it for you. You may get it or you may not. There are times that even I get stuck still to this day. Always ask when you are stuck, and if you're frustrated, it is totally okay. We want you to have a great year. Once again, to recap, please come to class prepared with all your work. Have your homework out ready to grade. If we aren't going over it in class, I will let you know that there are answers posted online for PowerSchool Learning /PowerSchool Unified. Be ready to learn in class. Have your notes. Ask and ask and ask again if you get stuck or confused, and I will not let you down. I look forward to learning with you this year.